Hey, we're back with the LSFJ. I'll do a quick little update on some of the cooling system here. We got our radiator mount brackets made right here. Over there we got the rubber pad set on already. We can actually put this rubber pad back on. Just doing that for a little visual. You can see our oil filter set up here and the lines and whatnot. We got the AC condenser back in the front with all the factory stuff. We'll be getting our lines integrated for the Chevrolet compressor. And we're about to put the fan back in it, or the radiator back in it, I should say, and get it set up for the electric fans and hook up the transmission cooler. Going around with the LSFJ, we're getting the cooling system together today. What we got here, we went with a 2002 Chevrolet S10 radiator. It's got the right transmission cooler line set up, which we kind of got the integrate going on because we'll use some rubber hose and the intermediate pieces. We've got a mid-90s Contour dual electric fan set up. We got this from Dorman. Actually fits the S10 radiator really nice. We got it secured with your regular electric fan securing stuff. And we already got the mounts, and I showed you how we did the radiator mounts and the FJs. We're going to go ahead and figure out some wiring stuff before we set this guy in, and then we'll show you the final product once we got it in. The LSFJ, we're going to do a walk around in the undercarriage and kind of show you where we're at. So, got our oil cooler stuff, which we've talked about. We got our AC compressor hooked up. We got some little integrate to do there. We're not going to hook the belt up till we get the lines hooked up and it's ready for charge. We'll put the belt on it. You know, power steering stuff we got all hooked up. Everything's pretty much routed underneath as it needs to be. One of the bigger things is the fuel system. We got the factory 2 lines coming off the FJ. This original Toyota equipment, original fuel pump, never dropped a tank. Integrated the lines, hooked up. We're running a Corvette fuel filter that has the return on it, and it also regulates it down to like 58, 60 psi or something like that, which is required for the engine. And it takes it to a single fuel line, runs all the way up to the fuel rails up top. We got our transmission cooler lines are hooked up now, all the way up to our radiator. Ran nicely with some zip ties and whatnot. Let's see here, we got all the exhaust is final welded all the way out the back. Magnaflow muffler all the way out with the turn down at the back there, so don't get too nasty on the rear bumper. And alright, we'll lower it down. We'll do an overview of the top end. Overview of the top end and where we're at so far. We saw the AC compressor underneath, it's not hooked up. We got to do the line integrate. We got the factory Toyota AC condenser in it with our lines bolted up. Ready. This guy's ran back to the firewall. We have our firewall piece in the general area where it's going to hook up to the compressor. We'll just have to get our lines integrated. We use hydraulic supply. They do all our line welding, fitting, whatnot, and we put it back together as such. You see we got our cold air pipe routed. Air filter, this is pretty much final business. It probably gets some hot air off the exhaust manifold, but that's some stuff we could work out later. Right now it's working pretty good. Coolant reservoir, this is just from the factory 2012 Chevrolet truck. Same thing we got the engine from is the 12 model Chevrolet truck, 1500. This is the radiator setup that we showed you earlier with the dual electric fans. It's the S10 radiator. The transmission cooler and all that stuff's hooked up. We don't have the oil cooler hooked up, but we'll hook that up at a later date, more than likely. As you can see, everything fits pretty much how it needs to fit. Nothing crazy. It's a little bit of time, a lot of time, a little bit of design and engineering. And I think that pretty much does it for the top. Fuel line. You can see we got the fuel line hooked up. It comes in up here at the top, a little summit fitting to help hook it up there. Other than that, I mean, everything's just like it was if it were in the truck. It's just in a Toyota now. Alright everybody, everybody. So we're gonna back it out. We gotta let this thing run, fill it up full of antifreeze and water, and let it get up to running temperature. We're gonna check for leaks and just running operation, all that. Obviously, from the looks of it, we've already had it running at this point. We weren't just gonna do that on a video. So let's we'll pull it out. Let her be warming up. Exhaust. We did the Texas Speed, their mild cam kit for truck. Through that MagnaFlow muffler, sounds pretty good. Can't wait to hear what it sounds like when we drive it up and down the road. We'll see you next. That's what we'll be doing. Alright, we're just another small detail in the swap. We used the factory 2012 Chevrolet truck gas pedal. When we had the wiring harness done, they took care of all the wiring and whatnot and gave us enough left to put it where we needed it to be. And they tuned it. It's fly-by-wire. So basically, what we got going on there is we made a flat metal plate, bolted it up right where the original Toyota gas pedal would bolt up, which it was fly-by-wire too. And as you can see, we bolted up the Chevrolet gas pedal to the plate. Works good if you can hear the engine. And that was about it. We got to hook up our DLC data link connector so we can put it back in the right spot, and just tidy up some wiring, and everything will be cleaned up. And we'll see you back in a few.